Hello and welcome to another modeling video. This is Alan from the Man at YouTube with another model video. Today, unboxing, building and reviewing the 1/144 scale JGSDF Type 99 155mm self-propelled howitzer by Pit Roads. A current generation Japan Day artillery piece, very similar in silhouette and abilities as other Western nation versions. An indigenous brand to Japan, not too well known, with 3 runners containing 3 tanks at 2,000 yen or around $20, isometric instructions and water slide decals. It is a polystyrene green injection molded snap fit kit for quick builds, scale modeling and wargaming. A proportion of the build was done during my holiday in Japan. With a basic portable tool set, I'm using traditional scale model methods of cutting the parts off the runners twice, trimming, cutting and sanding down the nubs, then plastic cementing the components together with a thicker cement filling the seams, regardless of its snap kit status. With only 6 steps in the instructions, very clear and easy to follow, and under 20 parts on a single runner to build a single tank. The build process is very quick, straightforward and easy. Not really much in the way of a challenge, starting with the hull, the top and bottom part sandwiched with sufficient supports, and the 4 sides are tacked all the way around. The detail is, however, incredibly rich, making it quite a treat to paint later, though the plastic is pretty close to its natural colours for those wanting it raw. The biggest privilege being the wheels, suspension and tracks, a single part that goes straight on. The second section is the turret, with the gun being articulated in an elevated position. The box-like construction being very similar, with very long pegs that holds its shape and symmetry quite well. Bit of a commentary, the gun and entire armour is comically very large, with a massive profile, and would look fantastic on any science fiction mecha diorama such as an Evangelion or Gundam, even a Kaiju or Godzilla. Sadly, the turret does not traverse and is glued into place. The side armor is attached with plenty of stowage and detail to pop. Combining the turret to the hull, there is a A-frame that supports the cannon, giving you the option to be in the stowage position when transporting, or free if the gun were to fire. You have to commit to a decision before you prop it up and pose. Last little detail being the hatch mounted machine gun, and it's absolutely finished. Quick 20-30 minutes little side project, a little more than an hour due to documentation and cleaning of nubs. It was satisfying in a novel way. Not my usual scale, I was looking for a different vehicle and wished to share it with friends. Fairly faithful to its silhouette, proportions, scale and detail. I do recommend it. Of course, we will be painting it, starting off with a filler automotive primer and a slow drying automotive lacquer thinner, with an AliExpress bought budget airbrush and low powered compressor. Once that is done, we've used the primer to create surface adhesion and looking for any faults, plus a neutral color undercoat. I'll be painting with these Mr. Hobby paint sets from early and late war Imperial Japanese armor. The tones are, if mixed and match, are very similar and almost identical to the modern JGSDF ones. These colors can also be bought as individual paints from Tamiya and Mr. Hobby off the rack. They were a tad old and needed to be rehydrated with thinner and stern mixed up. Shaking the bottle, I decanted some in a separate container and thinned them to the viscosity of water. Re-stirred it up and added it to the airbrush, testing it to make sure it was fine. I started off by base coating the brown throughout the entire model, and a second color lighter tone dusting the sides and solidly coloring the top for the effect of cascading light going across it and a bit more definition. This is a camouflaged piece and wish not to hand paint, use liquid mask, or worse, freehand it. It's possible, but I'm not up for it, so used blue tack and added a dark green and then a lighter green in a similar shaded tone, pulling the blue tack back, creating the effect I desired for. The detail is subtle and scale appropriate, but not so shallow that you couldn't hand paint it. Lightly looking at the reference and of my own experience, accord and preferences, painted the machine gun and trucks with gunmetal and burnt iron. Some struggle and find painting trucks very daunting. Once you've done it a few times completely assembled, which I find it to be the easiest process, it's simply licking paint around the wheels, doing the edges, and the fun part, the main run of the tracks. Touch-ups possible if you screw up. The black bit of the tyres is tricky. Moving on to the water slides, most of it would not even be visible, but I do want to have some sort of company insignia and chose the one that had the most visual punch. I don't know what any of them mean. Well screen printed, transferred very nice, only needed about 30-40 seconds to soak. After drying, to pick out all the detail and definition, I watered down some Tamiya accent colour, an enamel paint heavily thinned where it sinks to all the crevices, details and panels, in a sludge wash covering all the surfaces and wiping up excess with a tissue. After that dried after 18 days, a home-brewed matte clear was applied over. And here it is, all done and finished, concluding the build. I can't imagine I have spent any more than 3 hours over multiple small stint sessions between much bigger projects. It's my first time with pit roads and it was a wonderful experience. I'm aware that this scale and brand is very popular on Japanese Twitter, even finer scales, and normally posed with a very shiny 100 or 10 yen coin, which is a missed opportunity for a cool shot. Very happy with the look. It's the right color, vibe, whatnot, and a quick glance via the photos. A bit hard to tell what scale it is, as Pit Roads does do 72nd and even 200-300 scale sort of stuff. I would consider picking up more JSDF ones, especially the wheeled tanks, the one I sat on at the Osaka Hobby Fest. I have also purchased the Fujimi 72nd model, which will appear in a month or so time, if historical pretense right now. Look out for that. This is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Please check out the description section for references and social media links, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.